In this session, I'm going to create a web test using TestProject's recorder. With the recorder, we can create a new test, add steps, reuse steps, take screenshots, export the generated code, and so much more. First, we must set up a project. Let's go to TestProject Platform. The purpose of a project is to manage all of our tests and promote collaboration with other team members. If I hover an existing project, we see Invite Team Member. Under the Home tab, we click Add New Project. Add a name like Test Project Tutorial. Description, Demo Web Test. Then click the Create button. We are going to perform 6 steps. Create a test, record a test, add the test steps, execute the steps, reuse the steps, then export the generated code. On this screen, we can create a test, add a job, add an element, add application, add a data source, or add a parameter. Let's create a test. Mobile, web, and code. Select web, then next. Test name is login test, and the test description is log into test project example page. We're going to use this example page developed by TestProject. Copy the URL, go back and click Next. We have to add a web application. Click the drop down, then click Add New Application for Testing. Name is Test Project Example Page. Paste the URL, click Finish, then click Next. Before recording, you have to make sure your agent is running. If this icon is green, that means your agent is running successfully. We have the option of record, edit, and create a blank test. Click Record and start recording. A new tab will open in your browser with the web application in a few seconds. Please wait. Waiting for website to finish loading. This dialog window is called a test step wizard. We can reposition or minimize it. Scroll to the bottom of the page. Do you see this drop down arrow for each step? It allows us to run until here, run from here, disable, duplicate, and delete. I am going to delete this last step. It showed up when I scrolled to the bottom of the page. Let's start our test. Enter full name, Rex Jones II. Password is 12345. Then click the login button. When we perform an action, the test step widget automatically records each step. TestProject offers some valuable features with this test step widget. We can click the Add Step plus icon to manually add a step. There are 6 sections available when adding a step, and the same sections are available if we click a step like number 3, enter name. The first section is comments, which allows us to be clear on our intention for this step. Recall from the previous video, I got the text, hello, Rex Jones II. Let's complete the test form. Let's do it again. Comment is get greeting message. Second is the type of step. There are three options: element action, action, and test. Element action is default. Action is a direct action like compare an image, compare two files, and more options. Test will run another test. The third section here depends on number 2, the step type. For action, we select get text. Bingo. We can select output parameters, add validation, such as selecting a text field. Select validation, making sure the greeting contains Rex Jones II. Click the check mark. Next is on failure behavior. The purpose is to determine what will happen when the test fails. We can also take a screenshot. Let's select take a screenshot always. We must remember to always select the check mark after making a change. Last section is step pause. Default is set to none because TestProject implicitly takes care of waiting for an action, an element. Close the browser after I save to save the test. Add a job. We have 3 options: web, Android, and iOS. Select web, then click next. Name is execute. Execute test project example page. Description is add all tests to validate test project example page. Click next. Select the agent, then click the agent browser. We're going to select Chrome, then create. Drag and drop login test, then run. Job execution has started. Go to report. Okay, there it is. For this job, to see the steps and how long it took to run. It shows passed. And all of the steps. Expand the last step. And we see the screenshot. Message shows text, hello Rex Jones, let's complete the test form. Validation shows the field, validation, and value. Go to new test, select web, and click next. Name is complete test form. And description is complete test project example page form. Then click Next. Select Web Application. Next, Record and start recording. Please wait. Waiting for website to finish loading. This time, open the first step. Select Type. We are going to reuse an existing set of steps. Therefore, we select Test and click the check mark. The select test will be the previous login test. And click Save. Now, the first step shows login test. The benefit helps the test and any other tests not worry about creating the login steps. We enter the name, Rex Jones II, and the password 12345. Then click Login. Remove these steps by clicking this multiple select box and check each box. Then click Delete Steps. Check mark. Next, we will select the country, United States. Address is 1234 TestProject Avenue. Email rex.jones@test4success.org. Phone number 214-225-1234. Then click Save. Close the browser. Go to Test under Test Name. Now let's run. We see there's one test in our job. Drag complete test form to the job, and now we see two tests, but we are going to remove the login test and only execute the complete test form test. Job execution has started. Bingo is complete. Go to Reports. Select our job that ran, or test that ran. We see all of the steps. Step 1 only shows login test, but it shows all of the reuse steps if we click the steps. Here are the steps, all of them. To run login test. And we see the remaining steps for country, address, phone number, and save. Go to Test. For complete test form, select the 3 horizontal dots. Generated code. We see the programming languages, Java and C#, and the browsers. We can choose to rename the package to, let's say, complete test form, then generate. Here's the zip file downloaded. Open the zip file, src, main, Java, IO test project, complete test form. We see there are 4 Java files. Let's open up the files that wrap around Selenium. Login test was the first one. We see the import packages, the execute method showing WebDriver, driver. And there's more code. Look at the comments in green. Step 5 shows the get greeting message. Scroll to the right. There it is. And we see the take screenshot condition type always. Let's go to the complete test form file. First step shows login to test project, which is the reuse steps. We see all of our steps exported into a Selenium wrapper using Java. Next, I will show you how to develop an add-on using the SDK.